And what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another conference tournament prediction video. This time it is the Pac-12 tournament, which starts on Wednesday. Recording this at midnight, right after midnight here on this Tuesday, March 9th. Yeah, this one's going to be pretty tough. I really don't know who's going to come out of this one. But let's run things down. Oregon's the top seed. Oregon Oregon did not get off to a good start this year. They lost to Missouri, then they went 6-1. They've had some bumps in the road. Every single one of these teams this year has had bumps in the road, but some of these teams have also had good wins. Like Oregon State, Colorado, Utah even upset USC there towards the end of the season. Stanford's had some good wins. But Oregon has five guys that's averaged 10 plus points a game. Oregon's definitely starting to kind of turn the ship. They're playing better. I think they're playing some of their best basketball of the season. I'm finally starting to trust them a little bit more. Same thing with Colorado. USC, the 2 seed. USC lost to Colorado, and then they lost to Utah. Pretty bad loss there. Then USC turned it around and went to UCLA, beat them on a last-second shot. UCLA was fighting very hard there in the end, trying to get that win, trying to build some momentum. Colorado, it took a little bit of readjustment for me with them. I wanted to look them up a little bit more, and I figured out that they've got a pretty efficient offense and also a decent defense. The same thing with USC and Oregon. It's just really, Colorado is actually, a team that could definitely win this tournament overall. Any of these teams can win. It's just, well, others have better chances than others. But UCLA, the fourth seed, they got off to a bumpy start this season. Then they've kind of, they struggled this year a little bit at times. UCLA, of course, going into the tournament cold. They've lost their last three games. Oregon State. Oregon State's been sneaky this year. They've beaten Oregon. Yeah. Oregon State lost to UCLA earlier in the season, and they were, I think they were at UCLA for that game. Colorado actually swept USC, so they've beaten USC twice. Arizona State, or should I say, actually, hold on before we get to them, get ahead of myself. 6th seed Stanford, 7th seed Utah. Arizona State, they were projected to be a top Pac-12 team, but it just didn't work out for them. Really tough to see that. Then Washington State, then Washington, then California round out the field. So let's go ahead and go to the picks, shall we? First off, we have Arizona State. I'm gonna take them over Washington State. I think Arizona State's the better team there. And then Utah, I think, will be Washington. Washington has picked up a couple of decent wins. Yeah, they're towards the bottom for a reason. And then I got Stanford over California. Oregon, Arizona State. I really don't see Oregon beating, or I don't see Oregon losing here. Oregon's been kind of firing a little bit lately. I've liked them better recently. Most of the year I've been kind of down on them. I just haven't really been quite there with them, but they're kind of pulling it around. It seems like to me. They got scorers. Sometimes they fail to defend. It just depends. They got depth on their team. They showed that against Oregon State, UCLA, Oregon State. Speaking of Oregon State, I feel like this is a complete toss-up. I was gonna take Oregon State in the upset, but UCLA put up a hell of a fight against USC. And I expect nothing less. I think they're going to be driven to beat Oregon State. USC, Utah. I'm worried about USC in this game a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why they lost to Utah. That was kind of bad. And I looked through Utah's schedule. They actually have gotten in some really close games with these better teams. So I would not be completely shocked to actually see USC go down here, but I'm gonna go USC. I think their size will handle. I just don't know. That's a very tough. That's a tricky one. Utah has, like I said, they've hanged tough against these tougher teams. And then Colorado, Stanford. I think Stanford's season overall comes to an end there with Colorado beating them. Oregon, UCLA. Like I said, UCLA is probably gonna be driven, but Oregon's clicking at the right time. I'm gonna go with them. And then I'm going to go with Colorado over USC. I know I've been calling them overrated. I've had a change in mind. I've kind of, I'm thinking to myself, maybe they're not overrated. Maybe they're actually a better team than I thought they were originally. I don't know. It's just some of their. They've had. I think it was this team overall. They had some pauses here and there and stuff. It's like, I don't know. Just so much has happened this year. It's like crazy. But I got Oregon, Colorado in the Pac-12 title game, and I'm going to take Oregon to win the Pac-12. But you never know what you're gonna get in this tournament. I mean, Colorado can win this just as easily, but I mean USC can too. But USC has down the stretch they struggled a little bit. But I know they beat down Stanford and they almost lost to UCLA. But you never know what you're gonna get in this tournament. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. As you can see below, though, the next one we're going to do is the SEC. That one's going to be pretty interesting. But until then, I'll see you next time.